Tom, can you play us a couple fan questions?
Yeah, I got a couple here. We'll
Fan
cut this out.
questions brought to you by Athletic Greens. Also, opening day brought to you by Athletic Greens.
Hello, this is Boog Sciambi. I have many thoughts and many questions. First question, why am I not the outgoing voice on the voicemail for the Compound podcast? Other thoughts, I think I was on the second episode. The highlight of that was I was coming on the Compound podcast, and at one point early in our exchange, one of you said, something like out here on the Compound, and Boog, who listens really well, said, you should think about naming the show the Compound. That happened. And then I was on again. What else? I'm at the Big 12 tournament. I love you guys. You know it. The Compound podcast rules. That's what I got. Also, we'll see you on MLB The Show.
First reaction, that was definitely an old message because the Big 12 tournament was a month ago.
Yeah, well, he left it. He missed when we did the 100th episode show, he missed it by like a few days and then felt really bad. So then he sent but that was hilarious when we were at the Compound and we first interviewed him, and we were a couple episodes in and he was like, yeah, you should name it that. It's like, dude, come on.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. It's tough. He is Boog is the voice of the show now. And he said
I think it's so sick.
So cool. He said it took him like 2 years.
Do you remember Sal telling us that?
Yeah, that was in 2020. I feel like the pandemic delayed it maybe a hair, but it took the amount of hours that he said it took to actually do all of the names and all of the phrases. I can't even imagine.
I thought Sal was blowing smoke. I was like, oh, that's sick. And then when last year's game came out and he wasn't on it, I was like, Sal, you're a fucking liar. What are we doing? And then he's on it this year. I completely forgot, and I heard a snippet from it months ago, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he said he had to go to San Diego a bunch of times because that's where their
what a shame
is. Yeah, tough life. He's grinding, and he's the voice of the Cubbies with Marquee, and it was great to see him around spring training, and he's traveling with us this year, which is great.
That's dope. He's a beauty.
Shouts to Boog. Tom, next question, please.
I'm happy for you, Ian, because you went over on the day of trying to get your people to come through, and you got one of them to come through. Maybe a little bit after, but still counts.
Yeah, and also got one person to leave me a voicemail on my own phone.
Which does not count, though.
Which does not count.
Please tell me who did that.
Is it Arietta?
That was Jeremy Piven. He left a voicemail on my phone.
Sicko, tell him you have his number.
Yeah, we're boys.
That's actually fucking hilarious,
though. What the fuck?
All right, next voicemail.
Hey, guys. I'm Nick. I'm from Birch Run, Michigan. And my question was, I was wondering if you guys have any, interesting pregame rituals or anything you do before every game you play. Thanks. See you later.
Zach, you have to have one.
I just put my everything left on first, left shoe, left sock, left tape. That's it.
Dakota has a really interesting pregame ritual. If he shoves the night before, he's really loud, and then if he gives
That's
up and
such
he hits
bullshit.
The night before, he has his headphones on, doesn't talk to anybody.
That's such bullshit. That's not
it's right, and you know it.
It's kind of true at times because it's not like I'm any louder if I threw well than I am any other day. I'm just quieter the days I threw like shit because I'm pissed off. That's true. I don't come in oh, did you guys see me yesterday? Now you're
no, it's not like that. You just have your normal good energy about you.
Yes, but when I throw bad, I'm not happy, so I don't have as much energy.
Yeah, headphones on, not talking.
No, I don't do the headphones anymore. You haven't played with me in 3 years. You don't know.
Over the ear headphones too.
I used to do that, and then I got yelled at by 20 people. That's not pro, and I'm like, all right, let's fucking just change who I am. And now look at me. Now I stink. So I'm going to go back to it. I'm going back to the headphones.
There we go. Like Rick Vaughn in
Yep.
When he went back to the haircut in Major League. Yeah, that was a good reference by me. I am thinking of any routines I have a very specific routine that I do. that is very similar before every game, as far as like going into the training room and putting hot stuff on my arm and putting a sleeve on and putting my shirt on and then putting my tape on and then doing
Put
my
a shirt
eyebrow.
on?
Yep. In the training room. But like I don't have my routine is specific, but I wouldn't say that there's any like huge superstitions that I have.
I'm more so if I'm due well, I keep doing the same thing. Like whatever it was I did to get ready the day before, I do the same exact thing if I threw well.
Yeah, I try to make sure I'm taking the same bats out if I'm hitting well and not like putting away a bat that's got knocks in it or batting gloves.
I used to be wild with that shit. If I remember, like in high school, if I was on deck and I like remember spitting and I get a hit, I'm spitting in that same exact spot that next day.
Yeah, wiping it off with the same foot or making sure. Yeah.
I still do that. Like, so I wear a bracelet and obviously like I take it off when I pitch. If I take it off as I'm getting off the bullpen mound and I throw well, I do the same thing. But if I take it off like as I get out to the game mound, I do that. Like I'm kind of like that with Zach, not so much, like pretty similar. I do the same thing. I mean, it might not work, but like, why take the chance? Why take the chance of it not working, you know?
I've actually gotten pretty far away from that. Like I said, I used to be nuts with it, but now I kind of do stuff on purpose to like differently to know that if I'm locked in, I'm fucking locked in for a right reason, not because I tied my shoelace 3 extra times.
Yeah, I had to start doing that a couple of years ago and like get away from the superstitions.
Dude, my college coach was all over that. I was bad in college too, and he was like, it's not because you're fucking eating a peanut butter and jelly before you go. It's because you're good. And I'm like, no, it's something in that Skippy peanut butter.
That guy does love peanut butter and jelly though.
Huh?
You do love your peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, you know.
I've done it forever though. So like now I just do it. Like if I do, like I'm gonna keep doing it.
I wish people actually understood how insane baseball players are.
Oh, we're weirdos.
I wonder if like golfers are like that because it's such a mental sport. I wonder if golfers are like that.
Probably. Too much time to think.
Did you see Tigers wearing FootJoys?
Whoa.
What?
You guys didn't see that?
No.
He has FootJoys on at Augusta.
Is that because there's more comfort because of the?
That's what people are speculating. It's got to be like better for his leg. Yeah.
Yeah, Nike was probably like, wait, as long as you're competing, we don't care.
I was going to say, I don't think Nike cared too much. Like, you've made us billions over the years. Like, do what you got to do to play.
Tom, next question.
Can I tell you right now that a friend of the pod, Jake Storielli, just texted me and said, Parade's gone, let's go. So I think he thinks that's going to work out for you, Zach. I don't know if that's going to work out, but Jake believes it. So that's
how's that change the infield mix? I mean, who's in the infield now? You got Torkelson,
Reidler,
Javier Baez, Yamir Candelario, Jonathan Scope, Harold, and Willie Castro. So
Harold and Willie Castro are both up there.
Yeah, Harold. Willie's more of a utility, like outfield mixing in, but he's a switch hitter. So I don't know.
Ian, who's this next question brought to you by?
This next question is brought to you by Manscaped. All these questions, not just this one, all of them are brought to you by our friends at Manscaped. I don't know if you ever heard of the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer with the light. We all love it. And then they get you this little the performance package. You ever heard of the performance package, Dakota?
I have heard of it. It's fantastic.
There is so much stuff in there. It is a ridiculous amount of things to go through, but I will do it. The Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver, the Lawnmower 4.0. Anything else that I'm missing?
I got a package. I showed up to Toledo, and I had a package from Manscaped with body wash, deodorant, chapstick. I mean, it smells unbelievable how good it is.
You know what is actually really cool that Manscaped is doing is that April is not only the beginning of baseball season, but it's also Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection, which is really cool. And they're committed to raising awareness in the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, families impacted by testicular cancer as part of We Save Balls initiative. That's really cool. So everything in April supports that. It seems like that is very, very cool.
That's sick.
Love that.
I actually have a friend whose brother went through that, and we've got some baseball players, some guys out there that have gone through some of that stuff. So really cool that Manscaped's giving me back. We love that. And you can get 20% off plus free shipping with code compound at manscaped.com. Lawnmower 4.0 has got a light on it.
What's the promo?
I think it's cool they mentioned facing Jacob deGrom. You don't want a weed whacker. You want to maybe take out those nose hairs. I know he's not going to start the season, but Ian, you saw deGrom last year. You need to be sharp against him.
Well, let's not talk about what happened when I faced him. Thanks, Tom. Manscaped.com, code compound, 20% off free shipping. Next question.
Hey, guys. This is Olivia from Dallas, Texas. And I was just wondering, I'm not sure if you guys keep up with this stuff, but if you have any prospects that you are thinking that are going to be big stars in the next few years. Doesn't have to be from your organization, could be from anybody's, but super excited to see some new young faces and wondering what you guys think. Love the show. Bye.
I personally do not know many prospects except the Cubbies, and I'm going to steal Brennan Davis from all of you so that you can't say it. I think he's going to be a stud.
Brian Kreidler of the Tigers. Remember that name. And he's a huge listener, so shout out Kreidler.
Christopher the Goat Morel, my personal favorite player in all of baseball.
He's super young, huh?
He's 22. Yeah, so pretty young, and he.
Well, I guess he was floating around the alternate site in 2020, huh? When he was probably like 20 years old.
Yes, he was at the alt site.
Is he still hitting absolute bombs in spring training?
He takes Javi-esque BP, like home run wise, like moonshots that you're like, what just happened?
That's really impressive.
Hey guys, this is Isaiah from Los Angeles, and I was just wondering, as we know, baseball is a game of failure, and we've probably been asked a lot, like what's your method for coping, all that stuff. But I was wondering what your go-to in-game method is for, moving on from an at-bat where you strike out looking or giving up a few home runs or whatever. Like, what's your go-to in-game, in between innings, in between 8Bs, just to, forget about it? Is it something you think about? Is it a ritual you do? Anything just to, move on? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Thanks, guys.
Still looking for it.
I don't really have anything. I do try to go behind the mound and just tell myself to stop sucking, basically.
To be honest.
Just be like, hey, just be better, man. You suck right now. Like, that's what I'm saying in my head. I'm like, fuck, shit, fuck, God, fuck. That's all I'm saying in my head.
As an infielder, you kind of have to, an outfielder too, but you have to be really locked in. So, after an inning, I don't really have time to sit and sulk in the infield, or you get exposed pretty quickly. Especially, in the big leagues, you don't want to screw up anywhere, but as magnified as it is, you kind of have to really be locked in. So
I think the biggest thing for me on the hitting side is just like process. Like you have your same process that you go through no matter what, and try to really stick to that and like take some confidence in the consistency. And so I really tried to use that to move on and kind of like assess what happened, how to fix it for next time, and then move on, because you get so many at bats throughout the year. And then if you can do that, and then if you need to make adjustments, you step back and do that day to day. But pitch to pitch, at bat to at bat, a lot of breathing in the box, a lot of finding your focal point and what gets you locked in, but then just kind of trusting that process that it's going to work out long term. Those are great questions. I love being able to hear from the fans. Really appreciate that, Tom. Thanks for putting those together, even though you weren't paying attention to me during the episode. Kind of fucked. Let's move on to our screen time and let the people go. We are very excited to get into in-season episodes and talk about what's going on, but opening day episode has been an absolute killer of an episode, huh, boys?
Who's the screen time brought to you by?
The screen time is brought to you by Sloan. It's the Sloan screen time. Everybody loves that I played my last. Actually, I'm playing the inner squad tomorrow with Sloan, but I played my last with fans Sloan home game today. And it was actually the first time that I walked out down the line to the corner. And it was really cool to kind of see all the fans there last time. Sloan did a great job putting everything together for us this year on the short and spring. We appreciate that. We appreciate their flushers. I hope everybody sees a Sloan flusher in the next week before we talk to you again. What is your screen time?
5 hours, 5 minutes.
Yes. 5.5.
6.6.
Yes. Tom's is horrible. Tom, what's yours? You're looking scared over there.
I might set a new record. It's 9 hours, 4 minutes.
Oof.
I was on a train for
Yeah. No,
Not
really.
that bad.
We believe you.
I was behind them. Not bad. No shame.
4:14 for me. It was a big day. I'm happy that I could come out on top. Tom, we're gonna need you to hit double digits one of these days. That would be great.
I mean, if you want me to go try to do it, I can easily do it. I'm trying most Mondays to be good, and it's not working.
Here's a quick question. If I tried to have Seiya Suzuki on, but we had to talk to him through a translator, do you think that would be a good episode, or like it would take 4 hours?
Fantastic episode.
We could edit it.
He is absolutely hilarious, and I think he would be a fantastic guest. And also, his translator is hilarious too.
I think the best way to do that would be in person at Wrigley, though. Like you'd be with them.
Ooh, that's a good point. Be with him. Tom, you're gonna have to send me maybe some more microphones and a different setup. And
that's fine. Zach broke his microphone.
I didn't break it. It's just a fucking bullcrud microphone.
I have to send some new mics out anyway, so I can send you two.
I think he would actually enjoy doing it. So
that'd be sick.
He's also my best friend. I don't know if you guys know that about us, but like we're best buddies.
I thought we were best friends.
We are, but you can have more than one best friend. That's what.
That's true.
Isn't that like a children's book?
It's gotta be,
right? That was episode 104 of the Compound Podcast, brought to you by Parsley Rum. Thank you to Athletic Greens and Manscaped and our favorite. Not just kidding. We don't have favorites, but we also love Sloan. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.